What's up, guys? Keyshawn Uchi here, back at you with another Ocean Universe What If? And this is going to be part 2 of What If Deku was the Harem King. Now, I know I've been, slacking, doing none of that 18 only stuff, and I'm going to get back doing them. Now, this is going to be part 2 of this, and since I was looking at the old video, I saw how many likes y'all put on that video. Y'all was really determined to get a part 2, and I was just not giving y'all it. And I said I spoiled y'all too much, and I didn't spoil y'all enough. So I really want to thank y'all for giving me those likes, up to 245 if I'm correct likes on the first one. So I'm gonna give y'all part 2. So I hope y'all enjoy. Now let's pretty much get with new parts. If you want to know what happened, watch part 1. But we're gonna get to the new parts. Pretty much once Deku gets dropped down by Uraraka and pretty much gets going, he heads into the building and gets to sit down. Now, this is where Rocco sits beside him and pretty much blushes and says, "Hey, Deku." Now, Deku looks at her and pretty much smiles and says, "Hey, Kanshan." And she pretty much, which pretty much Deku hand is on the, you could say, she begins to, you know, hold Deku hands while Deku realizes it and look down and, begins to smile while she blushes. Now, this is where Idan, she begins to look and like I said, if anyone look at Deku or see Deku doing a relationship or showing love or affection to anyone, they begins to get affected too. Now, she doesn't interrupt, but she begins to blush. Now, Deku is pretty much looking. You could say pretty much is looking and listening, and for everything else, Deku passes it with ease. The IQ thing, he comes in second. Edon comes in first, but Deku comes in second. Weightlifting, first in that. You could say first in that. He has secret training. And now for the robots thing. Now, Deku was pretty much listening to the teacher and stuff. And this is where he says on your mark, get set, the instructor. And he says on your mark, get set, go. Now, he begins to start to go. And Deku is pretty much taking his time and stuff. Now, he's still showing robots left and right with the one for all quirk and kicking robots and all that stuff. And all that. Now, this is where Deku thinks he got enough points until he sees the 0 point robot. And he sees Uraraka, that the girl who saved him from falling. Now he's pretty much saying, okay, and he begins to run. Now he pretty much jumps with his feet, using the jump, and pretty much he damages his leg, but like I said, he has fast healing capabilities, so it begins to heal up quite quickly, and he destroys Smash, pretty much breaking his own arm in the process. Now, as he keeps healing up, his bones and stuff begins to get stronger and stronger every time he breaks his breaks his bones. And it begins to heal up over and over again, as you could say, until it can't break no more. Now, as Deku wins, his arm is pretty much healing back up, and he's saying, that pretty much hurts, but at least I saved her. Now, he walks up to her and get her off the road with accident. She's alright. She begins to blush and says, yeah, she's doing alright. And Deku begins to pretty much says, well, I guess I'll be going then. He begins to walk away. Now, next day, Deku gets an envelope saying that he reached in first and beat All Might's score, which Deku decided that he got in. Now, Deku begins to get dressed. Oh, the next day, Deku begins to we'll go to the next day. Next day, Deku begins to get dressed, and he begins to start getting going. Now, Bakugo, she's pretty much waking up and begins to walk with Deku because, like I said, she wants to be by him 24/7. He begins to walk. Now, Bakugo's mom says, "See you later, Deku," which Deku says, "Bye. Well, see you later." Now, he begins to go and walk with Bakugo. Bakugo begins to hold Deku's hand, which Deku, like I said, the harem god, the harem king, he doesn't matter because, like I said, he loves all women and stuff, and begins to hold her hand to make her happy. Now, as he's pretty much holding her hand and, walking, he's pretty much thinking to himself, like, wonder what my classmates is going to be. And it begins to start to go. Now, they head to class and they take their seats and stuff. And, pretty much she says hi. This is where you could say the rest of the students begin to come in. Now, the only changes that happen is Mineta is a female and Todoroki is a female. And that's pretty much it. Everybody else is the same. Now, everybody's introducing themselves and Uraka is pretty much sees Deku and thanks him for saving her. Now, Deku is saying, it's no problem. Anything for the lady. Pretty much giving her a wink, which all the other girls are blushing and stuff because, like I said, or if he does, it gets him pretty much thrown out. Now, this is where Uraka asks him what's with the petals, which Deku smiles and says, well, thanks for asking, but I'm pretty much the Harem King, which they're all, you could say laughing, but he said, okay, and he's pretty much, smiling, saying, I really am. Now, he blushes and all the girls are, like I said, want him to be more because whatever he does, they just want him. Now, this is where Razorhead gets up. And he's pretty much saying, can y'all, like, why y'all gotta be so loud? And, all the students are freaking out, except for Deku. He's pretty much smiling and saying, oh, morning, teach. Which, the teacher's saying, yeah. Now, he's pretty much looking at the class and he sees everybody. He says, okay. He says, well, everybody gets ready. Everybody get their gym uniform and meet me outside. I'm going to test out your quirk. We're not going to the center, which, says, pretty much does the same thing and says, you can't do that, which he says, I pretty much kicked out a whole class before because it wasn't proper for this class. Now, pretty much they all head out. And Deku is pretty much, as he's taking off his clothes and stuff, the boys are looking at him, and they're pretty much blushing and all that stuff. Because, like I said, Deku can affect boys and girls. And Deku's looking at them saying, did I do something wrong? Which they're saying no, and they begin to look away. Now, as Deku walks out first, they begin to saying, was anyone gay for him? Feeling gay for him? Which they're saying, yeah, I thought I was the only one. And this is where, as Deku walking out, the girls begins to look at Deku and blush and stuff because, like I said, they affect him. And now Todoroki, she begins to look away because she's not trying to be affected by him. But, she's looking slightly. Now, everything goes the same. Now, with the ball throw, this is where Razorhead pretty much trying to cancel out Deku's quirk. And when he pretty much cancels out the quirk, Deku still throws it far out of space. And Deku was saying, what the? And he realized that his one-for-all quirk, the one-for-all quirk is pretty much canceled out, but not his physical strength, because like I said, the goddess pretty much gifted him with strength and speed and stuff, so even without the quirk, he would still, kick his ass. Now, everybody passes, no one didn't fail. Now, female Mineta is pretty much saying, if I was with him, the Harem King, I would do all sorts of things with him. Let him do all sorts of things with me. Now, all the girls are saying, that's a little bit pervy, which she's saying. But they're saying, okay, she must be really pervy. Now, as Deku pretty much is in classroom, hearing that, pretty much is saying, oh boy. Now, as they're waiting for the next teacher, this is where a female All Might comes and says, I am here. Which, everybody decided that they see All Might and the one hero. And they see also, but All Might looks and sees Deku. Now, she begins to blush and pretty much smiles that she sees Deku. Now, Deku says, oh hey All Might, and pretty much waves. Wait, she's pretty much blushing. Now, this is where she's displaying first the hero first villains test. You could say, yeah, test. Now she's displaying there's going to be two teams and stuff, and everything happens the same. Now this is where Uraraka and Deku comes in and do their part, and they're pretty much walking. Deku is smiling, saying, "This is so fun," because Deku, he has, you could say, a carefree nature, but he gets serious when the time is right. As he's, smiling inside and stuff. This is where Uraraka asks him what is the language. This is where Deku says, "Well, I'm, pretty much you're gonna run past Bakugo and try to get the bomb while I distract her, okay?" Which, this is where Uraraka says, "Okay." Now, as they head into the building, this is where Deku tells her to hide at this door, and when she passes the door, you pretty much head out and begins to start going for the bomb. Now, as that happens, this is where Bakugo comes in and she's throwing explosions, and pretty much charges at Deku. Now, this is where she's about to throw explosion, but like I said, since Deku has that charm and stuff, she can't really bring herself to damage Deku, and she pretty much stops at her strike and just do a standstill with Deku. Now, this is where Uraraka pretty much heads out and begins to go for the bomb, and she's pretty much saying, "So what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Deku?" Or Mizuku, which this is where Deku begins to walk very, very close to her, and pretty much, you could say, brings her close to him. Now, she begins to blush, saying, "What are you trying to do?" And Deku kisses her. Now, she wide-eyed passes out from the kiss, and Deku pretty much sits down and let her lay on his lap. I pretty much wait for Uraraka to grab the bomb. Now, everybody's shocked that Deku just kissed the villain and made her pass out. Well, All Might is definitely, shocked that that happened. This is where Uraraka finds the bomb and touches and heroes one. Now, everybody's saying, "Okay, I see how that worked. I guess that worked." This is where Bakugo wakes back up and says, "What?" And Deku looks down and says, "Oh, good morning, sleepyhead. I didn't know that kiss would make you that sleepy," which she pretty much blushes and just says, "Shut up," and gets up and begins to walk away. Now, Deku pretty much is, you could say, walking home, pretty much thinking to himself, saying, I wonder, what, I wonder if I made her mad. No, he's thinking about Bakugo and making her mad. This is where you could say a couple Yakuza members pretty much captured, a couple of villains captured Deku. Now, as Deku getting captured, he's pretty much into a secret place, and Deku's looking around saying, "What the? Where am I?" Now, Deku's thinking, saying, we gotta get out of here now." This is where All For One comes in, and she's pretty much saying, so you're pretty much All Might's successor," and Deku pretty much saying, "Let me guess, you're the one that hates All Might?" And she's pretty much saying, "Correct." As they're pretty much having a talk. No one's not in there to intervene and stuff, so no one can hear nothing. What's happening? This is where Deku pretty much is saying, "Come closer. I want to tell you something." And of course, often thinking that he's gonna whisper or say something. This is where Deku kisses All For One on the lips. Now, since Deku got her, so this is where Deku says, "Now, can you let me out, please?" And she begins to let him out. Now, this is where Deku's about to get going to All For One. Grabs Deku and pretty much lays him on the floor. Now, this is going to be an 18 plus part. If you're not old enough, like I said, get out the kitchen because I'm about to cook something spicy. Now, Deku was pretty much, getting his clothes ripped off, and he's saying, "Oh my god, I'm about to. Oh my god, she's legit ripping my clothes off. We're about to. This is really about to happen." Now, this is where not All Might, All For One sucking Deku off, sucking his penis, and pretty much, doing the sloppy top 3000 1 point, and this is where Deku done nuts. Now, All For One pretty much, you could say, eat his cum, and pretty much licks her lips. Now, this is where Deku is saying, "Oh no, she's going for round 2." And she pretty much hops on Deku. Now, she's pretty much, you could say, put the penis in her vagina, and she begins to ride him like there's no tomorrow. Now, as she's riding Deku is pretty much saying, "This is actually about to happen," and he pretty much done nuts in the vagina. Now, All For One pretty much hits the ground, pretty much passed out, and Deku gets up and pretty much, you could say, finds something to put something, well, pretty much puts his pants on, and pretty much begins to say, "Alright, well, I guess I should get out of here," and begins to head out. Now, as Shigaraki begins to come in and see if everything's alright, he realizes Deku's gone, and his master, All For One, pretty much is knocked out, pretty much naked with cum coming out her vagina, pretty much saying, "That son of a," and he begins to say, "Find him," and to go try to find Deku. Now, Deku is pretty much already at home and saying, and Inko says, "Oh honey, you're home," but she says, "Where is your shirt?" Which Deku says, long story," and begins to, doesn't laugh. Now, this is where the next day comes in, and Deku is pretty much heading to school. Now, Razorhead is talking to Deku and everybody, saying they're going to go on a trip to do the test, their heroism, and the rescuing analysis, which everybody's excited, including Deku. Now, this is part 2 of What If Deku was the Harem King. If y'all like, leave a like, comment down below, and let's get this up to 100 likes. If we can get this up to 100 likes, I promise you, I will do the next part to this. And I'm Keishan Chia. Thanks for watching, and stay cool.
It looks like you lost another one.